EASports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Pacific Northwest and Bandon Dunes Golf Resort, live second-round coverage of the Pacific Championship. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've currently got a tie at the top of the leaderboard at 8 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, no lock to play the weekend, hovering a few shots inside the cut line, entering play. Frank, springtime has arrived. It's beautiful in many parts of the country. In the golf world, you and I know that means that the majors have just about arrived. But we also know that it is much more than the majors these days. There is that very lucrative and prestigious race for the FedEx Cup. You want to just keep amassing points. Make sure you're inside the top 125. Make it to the playoffs. And to this point, our featured golfer is inside that number.
Yeah, 125 is huge. People think maybe we spend too much time on it, but it actually guarantees that you're going to come back next year. So that's the first tick of the box, right? And then it also gives you a chance to make that first play-up event. You start to find some form, you parlay that all the way into the Tour Championship, and you become one of the best players in the world overnight. So a lot can change in just a few months.
Okay, that's acceptable there. A birdie putt, and we check in for the first time today with a man who's won 4 tournaments on the PGA Tour, Nota Begay.
Ball coming downhill from the top side of the hole, but shouldn't be that much breaking it.
That's a bit offline, and it'll leave a good 4 feet coming back. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And she'll remain at 2 under. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Second shot now, here at the par 3.
Good chance to save par after that beautiful flop shot. Looked in trouble there at one stage.
Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And her score's going to stay right where it is. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. Green pushing this one a little to the right. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
That really could have paid off that previous shot, but the eagle, not to be. Yeah, no sweat. It is a birdie here at the 3rd. And she'll move to -3 for the tournament. Up next, we come to the par 4 4th hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below.
That's a really good drive down the left side of the fairway, made even better by the fact that the hole is cut in the back right. Another green light special.
From the fairway, Noda, her second coming up.
146 yards left to the hole, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away, to gauge that speed, that is so well done. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And she's going to stay at -3. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 5th. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
Really, it's a waste after that tee shot. Just very average approach.
get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And she'll move 4 under par. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 6th. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. The tee shot left her here on the par 3, now a long one for her second. Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away. Oh, she'll take that one. What a tough putt that was to salvage her par. And she'll remain at 4 under par. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4 7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second, the green that is one of the more difficult on the course. Oh, that came out funny, and it started way left. Oh, and that just did not want to settle. It'll wind up rolling off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. The lie is not a friendly one, but still a chance to get on in 2 with a good shot here.
Now, that's not a bad shot, and the reason why I say that, you see the lie, thick, heavy, rough, just to forge that one out and get it on the green. Good going.
One heck of an effort right there. That would have been the birdie of the day by far. Well done. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And her score is going to stay right where it is. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards. So it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or vomit over those 2 fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach. about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. From about 8 feet. Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And she'll drop back down to 3 under. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5-9. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way. But if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. This one starting a little left off the tee. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
It's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. This one measures out to 15 feet. Nope. So that's in for par to start this backside. And her score's going to stay right where it is. The 11th here at Bandon Dunes at 452 yards, a par 4. The putt bunker left of the fairway is the main concern on the tee shot. From there, an uphill second takes you to a green that slopes away and back toward the ocean beyond. And that ball going to roll out a little too much as the momentum carries it all the way into the bunker. So now she's looking at a tough second here out of the sand.
I'd give that an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Been in a fairway bunker and safely on the green. You never know, might even sneak a birdie.
A birdie putt here at the 11th.
And players of this caliber should make this on a regular basis pretty flat with just a slight movement to the left.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And her score is going to stay right where it is. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism. But par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, a second to the par 3. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And her score's going to stay right where it is. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. That's it. 2 solid shots right there from him.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5. Comfortably on for 2.
So this, my goodness, nearly 70 feet for the eagle. Oh, I can't tell you how good that is to get it to stop where it did from that far away. That is a super putt. Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And she'll move now to 5 under par. On to a tough one now, the par 4 14th listed at 390 yards. Hot bunkers are the worry here. There are 5 of them to contend with all told, and none are easy outs. The green is a narrow one as well, with a good amount of tilt from back to front. And that one coming in too hot. It kicks off the fairway and right into the heavy stuff. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation.
A decision had to be made there. It was perhaps even a layup, but all in all, that's a tremendous shot just to get the ball on the green from there.
This for birdie now at 14.
A great deal of success on the greens thus far, but this one's going to be a challenge.
No, didn't get that out there far enough, and it winds up sliding by to the right. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And she'll stay 3 shots off the lead. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateaued green is not a bad play here. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Nah, got it out there too far. It was trying to come back, but couldn't get there. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And she'll fall to 4 under par. Maybe the prettiest hole on the golf course, this par 4 16. A plethora of options off the tee. Most end up deciding to see just how close to the green they can get it. Beware, though, of the ever-present Bandon Dunes pot bunkers, as well as some pretty thick gorse off to the right. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Just 37 yards to the hole. Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, and it's a pretty makeable one. Little bit of break from left to right, really not a lot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt, just a little bit off the mark. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and her score is going to stay right where it is. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a lone bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say. Oh, going to be watching this one intently. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And her score's going to stay right where it is. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach the screen in two. She started this one a bit to the left.
Well, there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one.
Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
And not much up or downhill here, so speed not a consideration. All that needs to be looked at is the movement from left to right.
No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. Okay, so she'll finish that off for her par here at 18, and that will be matching 70s to start the tournament. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows, if you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing well and sort of not struggling, but just mediocre. Putt goes in here or there. That could easily change tomorrow. Make a couple of birdies early, pop a long one in, then all of a sudden you're off and running.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.